The story of Microsoft Visual C. Powering Windows from the ground up, Microsoft Visual C has played a critical role in the evolution of Windows software, video games, enterprise applications, and high-performance tools. From its humble beginnings in the early 90s to its essential place in the modern development stack, Visual C is more than just a programming tool. It's part of the foundation of the software world. Origins. From C to C++, the story begins in the 1980s, when the C programming language was the gold standard for system-level software. As object-oriented programming became popular, C++ emerged, combining C's speed with the power of classes, objects, and inheritance. Microsoft entered the game with its own C/C++ compiler. In 1993, Microsoft released Visual C++ 1.0, bundled with its Visual Studio Development Suite. This version gave developers a powerful IDE, integrated development environment, and compiler to build Windows applications more efficiently than ever before. The 1990s. Powering Windows software during the 1990s, Visual C++ became the go-to development tool for building Windows applications using MFC, Microsoft Foundation classes. High-performance software. Video games. Enterprise tools. Key features introduced. MFC, Microsoft Foundation classes. Simplified GUI programming for Windows. Optimizing compiler. Improved application speed. Integration with COM. Component object model support for reusable modules. By Visual C++ 6.0, 1998, it had become an industry standard, widely used in enterprise and commercial software development. The .NET era and native code in the early 2000s, Microsoft introduced .NET, pushing developers toward languages like C# and VB.NET. But Visual C++ remained crucial for performance-heavy applications that needed native, unmanaged code, direct hardware access, low-level memory control. Microsoft responded by supporting both .NET and native C++ in Visual Studio, introducing C++/CLI for managed code, and continuing to improve the native C++ compiler. Video games, and the rise of DirectX. Visual C++ became deeply embedded in the world of gaming. It's the language of choice for game engines like Unreal Engine, and is used in DirectX, Microsoft's game development platform. The combination of Visual C++ and DirectX SDK allowed developers to build some of the most graphically intense video games on PC and Xbox platforms. Modern era. Visual Studio and C++ standards today. Visual C++ is part of Visual Studio, one of the world's most powerful IDE. It continues to evolve with full support for modern C++ standards. C++ 11, C++ 14, C++ 17, C++ 20, and C++ 23 features. LLVM and Clang integration. Better code analysis, refactoring, and debugging tools. It's used in operating systems, embedded systems, real-time trading platforms, game engines, scientific computing. Tools and technologies powered by Visual C++. Visual C++ is foundational in Microsoft's software ecosystem. It's used in Windows API development, Office and Microsoft Edge performance modules, Azure Cloud Infrastructure, Visual Studio's own internal components. why Visual C++ still matters even with newer languages like Python, Rust, or Go entering the scene. Visual C++ remains essential due to its performance, compatibility, deep integration with Windows, control over hardware, and system-level programming. Final thoughts. A legacy of performance and control. Microsoft Visual C++ isn't just a programming language. It's a toolbox for building the backbone of modern software. From early Windows 95 programs to high-speed cloud services and real-time 3D gaming, its impact spans decades. Whether you're coding the next-gen game engine or optimizing system software, Visual C++ remains a vital force in the software world, built for speed, power, and precision.